Getting in shape and dropping the stubborn fat is hard enough as it is, even when you're doing the right things. But it's even harder when you're not even getting the right information or you're executing on things that are just fundamentally false and not going to get you to where you need to be. So I'm going to break down the 5 most prevalent myths and misconceptions that I've consistently been hearing over the last 10 years as a fitness coach, and help you figure out how to sift through all the fluff and ultimately do the things required to get your body in health where you need it to be. Let's get it. What's going on? My name is Montel Harden, personal trainer, strength and conditioning, and sports nutrition coach since 2017. Over that time, we've worked with hundreds of men and women, helping them drop body fat, build lean muscle, and get healthier than they've ever been. And we do that by first off helping them understand exactly how the body works, how nutrition works, how training and building up lean muscle and increasing your metabolism, like truly understanding the science behind how it actually operates, and then helping them apply that in a practical way. See, the reason that you get duped and spending months or years on end chasing a myth of a method or a misconception of a method is just due to a lack of understanding of how the process actually works. Knowledge is power, like I tell you in every single video. And once you have an understanding of how things operate, it's gonna be much harder to ever fall for the okie doke with any of these misconceptions. When Jordan and I first started working together, he had so many misconceptions and misunderstandings around nutrition and training and how fat loss actually worked and how building muscle actually worked, that we had to kind of break a lot of those things down mentally, help him understand the difference between myth versus reality and versus science. But once we did, his progress absolutely took off because he understood how he was supposed to execute and why his programming was the way it was. And it helped him drop 30 pounds of body fat, lean out, reveal his abs, and get stronger than he's ever been. Now, first off, and probably one of the most irritating fat loss myths is that you need to sweat, or that the more you sweat, the more body fat you drop. Now, don't get me wrong, sweating can feel satisfying. It's therapeutic. There's some detox benefits. There's some de-stressing benefits. Sweating in and of itself, especially in the context of a workout, is not bad for you at all. But you do not drop body fat through sweat. Sweat is simply just your body cooling itself down and avoiding overheating, but you actually lose body fat through your breath. And the reason that the mindset of, how much do I sweat and how many calories did I burn, the reason this mindset is so detrimental from a training perspective is because then you just get in the mindset of, I need to move faster and faster and faster and faster. I need to go. No rest, no rest, no rest. Heart rate up, heart rate up, heart rate up. Do this fast as I can, fast as I can. And when you have that mentality and when you think that that's what gets you to your goals, you completely skirt strength training, actually building up a foundation of lean, solid muscle so that you can increase your metabolism, so that your body can burn more calories at rest, so that you can burn the same amount of calories sitting on the couch every day as you did in that hour-long HIIT session that you drag and strain yourself through. Working out purely to sweat more or to burn more calories is a very short-sighted way to think about your training, because your body is not going to adapt. You might get a little bit stronger and healthier cardiovascularly, but from a metabolic perspective, from a body composition perspective, your body is not going to change at all, really, because you burned a few extra calories inside a workout. You might lose some weight, lose some pounds, but it's mainly going to be the water that you sweat out, which will probably replace, or it's going to be the lean muscle mass that you burn through because you're so incessantly focused on burning as many calories as possible because you need to sweat more. So while sweating in and of itself, like I said, is a good thing, it should not be the barometer for which you measure the effectiveness of your workouts. And secondly is that to lose body fat, you should cut fat from your diet. First off, this is extremely dangerous because the only 2 macronutrients that you need in order to sustain life for yourself are proteins and fats. You actually do not need carbohydrates at all, but you need fats. And dietary fat is different than body fat. Dietary fat does not go to fat storage. It does not add to the fat storage on your body. Dietary fat actually fuels your hormones, it fuels your brain, it's good for your gut, good for energy regulation, good for appetite. The key is you just want to make sure that you're getting high quality fats inside your diet. You want things like avocados, Brazil nuts, almonds, olive oil, salmon, tuna, You want things like that in rotation, as opposed to the fats from a piece of cake or the fats from a piece of fried chicken. Basically, if the food is low quality, the fats in it are going to be low quality as well. If the foods are high quality, the fats that are in it are going to be high quality as well. So do not avoid fats. You're only leading yourself down a terrible path from a health perspective, and your body's not going to do what you want it to do. So make sure that you're actually including them and being intentional with adding them into your diet. Just make sure that you add the right ones. And number 3 is that more cardio equals more fat loss. This is a lever that clients constantly want to pull. I don't know how many times I've been asked, like, hey, I really want to speed progress up. Should I do more cardio? Should I do more cardio? It's kind of been ingrained in us that this is the lever to pull to lose more body fat. It's the lever to pull to lose more muscle mass. It's the lever to pull to inhibit your recovery. It's the lever to pull to spike your stress and completely stall progress altogether. But all excessive cardio is going to do is increase your hunger. It's going to bleed through your lean muscle mass, and it will eventually lower your metabolism, and it's going to put you in that skinny fat phase where you don't really know where to go. You don't have a whole lot of muscle mass, but you still feel fat and flabby, but you don't really have a whole lot of weight to lose either. So you're constantly in this battle, in this tug of war of, oh, should I put muscle on? Should I drop body fat? Should I focus on this? So it's just gonna put you in a bad spot if you just keep up in the cardio and up in the cardio and up in the cardio every time you want to see a quick win on the scale. Once again, prioritize your strength training, prioritize improving the performance of your body, prioritize eating high quality things that improve energy levels, and do that in a way that it starts to create residual income for your body to where it's automatically purging body fat. That's what we want. If you don't take anything else from any video you see from me, like, I want you to be able to lose body fat without having to work for it. Because when you have to work for it, typically you're gonna do the wrong things, because a lot of it is just patience, a lot of it is sleep, a lot of it is eating the right things, a lot of it is things that you cannot necessarily just put your head down and grind for. Like, you have to really understand what your body needs and when it needs it and how it needs it in order to consistently drop body fat while maintaining lean muscle mass and improving your health at the same time. And pulling the cardio lever every time you get a little bit antsy is the last way to go. And number 4 is that eating vegetarian or vegan automatically leads to weight loss. Now, I understand why this is the case, because, you know, veganism and vegetarianism and all these things have been seen like the holier than thou of diets, where it's like, hey, I don't eat this, I don't eat that, like, I'm healthier than you. Like, but that could not be further from the truth for a whole lot of vegetarians, and especially vegans. You know, I would argue that it is actually healthier to be a vegetarian, because at least you're getting some animal byproduct that's giving you access to iron and omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin B, and other things that are going to be found primarily through animal products. But when you talk about going straight vegan, that's where we get into complete and utter nutritional deficiency. You're eating 25 grams of protein a day. Your diet is 90% carbs. You're eating the Beyond Beef mystery meat, or whatever it is that it's called. That's the worst crap in the world. It's got more fat than protein. It's highly, highly, highly processed. But because they slap a leaf on it and they turn it green, it's something that people think is good for them, and it's not. The vegan packaged crap is some of the worst food that you can eat. You might as well go pick up a burger. You might as well go pick up a piece of candy. You might as well go pick up some French fries or a milkshake or whatever, because these things are not good for your health. And I have never seen anybody consistently consume all these vegan alternatives for things and still hit their health goals. I have seen people eat a truly whole, minimally processed food diet that was vegetarian or was vegan and get in great shape. I've seen that plenty of times, but that's a product of whole food based diet, much less than it is about the fact that it was strictly vegan. So if you wanted to take that route in your diet, make sure that it's with real food. Do not fall into the trap of the, oh, this snack is vegan or vegetarian, so I can have it. Or this mystery meat, I call it mystery meat because, you know, there's so much crap. Like, turn over one of the labels on those things. Terrible, absolutely terrible. But you get this mystery vegan meat and you think that because it's vegan that it's good for you. Promise you it's not. Do not waste your money. And if you just want to be vegan or vegetarian, or you want to try it out for the sole purpose of improving your health, and there's no moral reasoning behind it, then I would shy away from it. Number 5 is that you can't eat late at night and lose body fat. What matters is your total overall caloric intake over the course of a day. So eating a certain food at a certain time is not going to automatically lead to fat storage and weight gain. Now, the problem and the caveat with this is that a lot of times the later in the night that you eat, the more likely it is that you eat junk. And that junk might have 500, 1,000 calories in it, and you've completely downed it while binging Netflix before you know it. Nobody's gonna go get, cook themselves a single chicken breast when they get a little bit hungry in the middle of the night, or get some, broccoli and low calorie ranch to snack on. Like, that's typically not what's gonna happen. So you really wanna make sure, that's why I talk so much about sleep as well, because you wanna make sure that you're getting to bed at a decent time before your body kind of is like, hey, well, I was supposed to be asleep. I was tired, but you stayed up, and now I need some energy. So now I need something to eat. I need some fast burning carbs. I need something that's going to spike the blood sugar and give me a quick energy boost. And that's when you're raiding the pantry for the crap. But if you're eating high quality foods, and if your overall food intake for the day is not over what it should be, then eating late at night, you can eat at midnight and then go directly to bed. And if you ate a high quality meal that fit the entirety of what you needed to be consuming in a day, you won't gain a pound. You can stop eating at 4 o'clock in the day, but if you ate crap all day, then you're gonna gain weight, even though you stopped eating at 4 o'clock in the day. So the time is irrelevant when it comes to how your body processes the food. It's just more so about what foods are you eating at that time that makes all the difference. So that is it. 5 things that I honestly get tired of hearing when I chat with a new client or chat with somebody that's interested in working with us. And not because I'm upset or frustrated at the person. I understand, these things are heavily marketed. This is what you can watch Dr. Oz, and they'll have a nutritionist or a certified dietitian or whatever on these shows saying these same exact type of things. They have no clue what they're talking about, but they come off as the authority, and it kind of is pushed off to the masses. And those are the things that you have believed in. And unfortunately, you build your nutrition program around it, and you build your training program around it, and you're beating your head against the wall year after year after year. And you wonder why you can't see progress, but it's because you try to sweat as much as you can every single workout, do more and more cardio to try to speed your weight loss up. And then when it stops, you just do more cardio. And then when it stops, you just do more cardio. And before you know it, you have no lean muscle mass. Like, it continues to put people at a detriment and make their health worse and worse and not better. I'm tired of it. Hopefully you can tell by the passion that I speak with this, is that I'm very frustrated by the powers that be in the health and fitness and wellness space that continue to perpetuate these type of things, because they should have been debunked. But people that hardly know what they're talking about and haven't worked with real living, breathing human beings don't understand the intricacies of metabolism and the intricacies of diet and how it impacts what we do. I just wanted to debunk it. That's it. Hopefully you got value. If you did, and you're like, you know what? I've been watching for a while. We've been connected for a while, and I think that you might be able to help me hit my health goals. Click the first link down in the description. Take our transformation quiz. We'll get all the info we need to help you figure out exactly what you need to do to get in the best shape of your life. And make sure to like, subscribe, and turn notifications on so that you don't miss any more uploads going forward. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.